Hello, welcome all to my channel. Today we are going to learn the candidate key in DBMS. Previously, we have already just found the basic concept of the key. What do you mean by the key? How it is defined? What are the different types of the keys? Out of that, we have already seen the primary key and a super key in previous lectures. If you still haven't watched it, I request all to go my channel and just watch the primary key and a super key. Now, for the today's session, we are going to start the candidate key. So let's start. Before moving towards the actual technical concept of the candidate key, let us consider a real life example. There is one company offers a one vacancy for a particular post. There are few job requirements for that particular post. There are so many candidates available which are fulfilling these job requirements. But out of this, all eligible candidate, only one best candidate is chosen for the post and job get assigned to him by the company. That means there are so many eligible candidates which are satisfying the conditions, requirements. Out of that, only one is chosen as the best candidate. Now, imagine the same situation in a DBMS. This one is a one kind of a relation is available. There are so many attributes are present. Out of this, only one will be chosen as a primary key which satisfy the condition to become a primary key. What are the conditions for the primary key? We have already seen. It says that it must contain all the unique value and does not having any null value. That only attribute can be eligible to become a primary key. So from this relation, there are so many attributes are available to satisfy this condition. These are nothing but available over here. Out of that, only one is chosen as a primary key. So all the rest of the attributes which are eligible to become as a primary key are called as the candidates of primary key. Now, you just see that a candidate key is an attribute or a set of an attributes that can uniquely identify a tuple. This is the basic condition to define any key to be as any attribute to be as a key. Every table must have at least a single candidate key. Means for every relation, there may be the possibility to have more than one candidate key. Except for the primary key, the remaining attributes are considered as a candidate key. Means both are following the same condition. Out of that, only one will be become as a primary key. Rest of all are called as candidate key. The candidate keys are as strong as the primary keys available. Now, let's see the definition of the candidate key. First definition says that a candidate key is a super key whose no proper subset is a super key. Means that the candidate key is firstly chosen from a super key. And another condition for to become any of the key as a candidate key is that its subset should not be available in a super key. A minimal super key is called as candidate key. A minimal set of attributes that can uniquely identify a tuple is known as the candidate key. We will be just see the meaning of all the definition with the example. With this all discussion, we come to conclusion that as per the definition, the candidate key is a super key whose proper subset should not be a super key. Means that the super candidate key is first of all chosen from the set of a super key. But the eligibility criteria over here is that if you just go to find out the proper subset, then the element from that proper subset is already available in a super key. Then that attribute cannot be defined as a candidate key. That proper subset should not be available in a super key subset, in a super key format. So that only is called as a candidate key. Now from this, if you are still don't know what do you mean by what is the proper subset? What do you mean by the proper subset? That one is the question is in your mind. So let's see, first of all, what do you mean by the proper subset? What is the proper subset? The definition of proper subset is a subset that excludes at least one member of the containing set. It is called as the proper subset. Obviously, it's in a subset, so having some of the less elements. But how much? It is at least one element containing the set. Now let's consider, this is one example. Over here, we can say that there are the three elements are available in a super key. Then from this super key, how to calculate a proper subset? As per the definition, we have just seen that we have to exclude at least one member. Here are total three members. If I am excluding one member, then there are the two members. So with the help of any two members, what are the possible combination to become as a proper subset? Let's this one individual three elements, that is 2, 4, 6, and the combination of the two elements 2, 4, 4, 6 and 2, 6. So all these are nothing but called as the proper subset. Now, out of this, each and every element from the proper subset, I'm going to be checked in a super key. If any of the element from this proper subset available in a super key, then it is not, it will be, if any not proper subset is available in a super key, then it is called as a candidate key. But any of this one is available in a super key, then it is not called as the proper subset. So this is nothing but the proper subset. I hope you get the concept of the proper set. Now we are considering one example over here. Let's consider this one is a student relation. There are the four attributes, that is registration number, roll number, student name and student email. As per the definition, we have seen that the candidate key is a super key whose no proper subset is a super key. So before we find the super candidate key, we need to find out the super key. From this, in a previous lecture, we have already seen that how to find out the super key. So with that, I have just find out the set of a super key is over here. So we can say these are the super key for the student table. To find the super key, we now find from this, we can find out right now the candidate key. Now, as per the definition, the super key becomes a candidate key only if none of its proper subset is on a super key. So I have just considered the three parameters over here. That is, what are the candidate, then a super key and proper subset. Let's consider the first one as a registration number. Is that registration number is the proper subset? It's if the super key over here is the one element. So as per the definition of the proper subset, we have to exclude one element. So its proper subset will become as a null. And if this proper subset is available in a super key, that key is called as, it is not eligible for the candidate key. From the set of the super keys, we have already seen that this null is not available in a super key, and that's why we can say that it is eligible to become as a candidate key. Next, we are going to consider the second super key. It is nothing but a roll number. Again, in this super key, there is only one single element, so its proper subset will becomes as again as a null. And this null is not available in a set of a super key, and that's why this also eligible to become as a candidate key. Nextly, the student email. Again, its proper subset will become as a null, and that's why this one is also eligible to become as a candidate key. Next super key is nothing but registration number and roll number. Now here it is the combination of two attributes which are acting over here as a super key. So what are the possibilities to become as a proper subset? There are the two proper subset. Excluding one element, there are the two possibilities. One is registration number and another one is the roll number. This registration number already available in a super key. This roll number is also available in a set of a super key, and that's why, as per the definition, this attribute is not available for the candidate key. I hope you got all this one. Now again, we will be just go for the same one, that is the roll number and the student name. This together acting as a super key. So out of this, what is the proper subset of this one? Roll number and student name. So out of this, the roll number will be already just seen, that is in a super key, but the student name is not available in a super key. But already one attribute is available, and that's why this one is also not eligible to become a candidate key. Nextly, we will be just see the combination of the three elements, that is the registration number, roll number, and the student email. What are the proper subset? Here are the three elements. By excluding one, there will be becomes the two attributes group. And within a two attributes combination, what are the possible proper subset will becomes like this one. So individual one, registration number, roll number, student email. And within a combination of the two, we will be again get the three sets. Out of this, we get some of the super keys. That one is registration number, roll number, and the student mail are already available in a super key. And that's why this one is not eligible to become a candidate key. The another one is the registration number, student name, and roll number. This one is again the set of the this one are the possible combinations to become a proper subset. Out of that, some are, that is registration number, roll number, student email are already available in a super key, and this one is also not eligible to become a candidate key. And the last one we are going to consider, that is this combination, registration number, student name, and roll number. This one is the proper subset for this combination. Obviously, again, the registration number, roll number, these are the two proper subset are already available in a super key combination, and that's why it is also not eligible to become a candidate key. So in this way, we are just saying that if there are so many attributes are available for this registration, for this relation, how many possible candidate keys? That is registration number, roll number, and the student email. So in this way, we are firstly finding out the set of a super keys. From that, we are for each and every super key, we are calculating a proper subset. If any of the element from that proper subset is already available in a super key, then it is not eligible to become a candidate key. Hence, these are registration number, that is roll number, registration number, and email. These all are available as a super key. Out of this, only one will be become as a primary key, and all are remaining called as an alternate key. So this one is the another example for the candidate key. This is the employee table or the relation is available. These are some of the attributes. Out of this, employee ID, passport number, license number, SSN are available to become as a primary key. But out of that, employee ID is considered as a primary key, and the rest of all you can be considered as the candidate key. So in short, if I want to summarize all about the candidate key, we can say that it must contain a unique values because it is a part of a primary key. The candidate key in SQL may have a multiple attributes. That is, the combination of the attributes can be treated as the candidate key. It must not contain any of the null value. Again, as this one is a part of a primary key. It should contain a minimum fields to ensure the uniqueness. Uniquely identify the candidate key, uniquely identify each record in a table. It is quite obvious because this one is a key, and this is the condition of any attribute to become as a key. From all the candidate key, we can say that out of all candidate key, one will be chosen as a primary key. Rest of all which are eligible to become as a primary key but not available, that are called as the alternate key. So means together we can say the candidate key is formed by the combination of the primary key and alternate key. This one is all for the today's session about the candidate key. Thank you.